Hi, I am Dhaval Kumar Surti, and in this specific video I will talk about common mistakes which are being made while answering questions during the regulatory inspection. So regulatory inspection is in a very tense environment, and everybody has a common our basic instinct that will be tense because it is an audit and we don't want to make any mistakes while facing the audit, during the regulatory audit, or while answering the questions. So in this specific video I will talk that what common mistakes are being made while answering the questions. So the first common mistake is we start our answer even before the question is completed. So inspector is asking something, he starts his question, and even before that question is completed, we assume that this is the specific thing he or she is going to ask, and we start our answer. Sometimes what happens that this is not the right way. uh, Inspector may have something different in mind, and we think that he is going to ask this, so even before he completes the question or she completes the question, we start our answers. So we should avoid that. We should allow the inspector to complete his question, and then only we start our answer. Second common mistake is we answer the question without understanding. We don't understand the question, and that is common because, or that is very human nature, that we are so intent or so keen to give the answers to the regulator. We want to make sure that we give information, lot of information, so that they will feel that we are in a good shape. But yes, intent are correct, but we have to have some patience. So once the question is asked, you first understand the question, the what is being asked. Don't answer without understanding the question completely. You can have a 3 or 5 seconds pause. There is nothing wrong with that. It is better to wait for 5 seconds before answering rather than starting our answer and giving a wrong answer. And as a company, we are not willing, or we don't want to give incorrect information to the regulator. So we are all are doing the correct things, and we want to convey that we are doing the correct thing. So that is that. So first understand the question, and then only you start your answer. Take your time to understanding the question. Then sometimes, based on our experience, we assume that the question is being asked because of this specific reason, because of our previous experiences, or because of our own interaction during the course of the time we are working within the company, or we are talking with our friends, that what are the common things which is being looked by the regulators. So we have some assumptions in our mind. So even without uh, uh, understanding the question, or instead of answering to the question, we answer based on our assumption. We think that this question is being asked because of some different reason. So instead of answering the question, we are answering to that reason which we think that regulator has asked this question, because something else is there in the regulator's mind. So don't answer based on your assumption. Just answer to the question. Don't assume anything, and provide a specific answer. Don't give lengthy answers. The fourth common mistake is we give too much of the information. For example, if an inspector asks that do you have an SOP for the handling of your incidents or handling of your deviation, the simple answer is yes, because you all have the SOP. There is no possibility that company will not have an SOP how to handle incidents or deviations. So simple answer is yes. What people do, they'll start telling, yes, we have SOP, we have very good SOP, we have SOP title number this, title this. In the SOP we have defined the 3 categories of incident, like major, minor and critical. We are handling incidents very thoroughly. We log our incident on the same day. This information is practically not asked by the auditor. He simply asked that do we have the SOP. The answer is yes or no, and wait for the next question. Of course, you have to provide the information which is being asked, but don't give upfrontly the too much of the information. It is even not demanded by the regulator, not asked by the inspector, and they also don't want to waste their time in getting those too much of the information which they don't want. So inspectors have a very limited time to complete the entire inspection, and we should not waste the time by talking of too much. They also want a specific information, and our intent should be also give to the specific information. Of course, companies are not doing anything wrong, and that is baseline assessment, or that is the basic with the good companies. So we don't have to be worried that what will happen. Simply understand the question. Say first is allow the inspector to complete the question, understand the question and answer to specific to the question. Don't answer to your assumptions, and don't provide too much of information. It is not give benefit to you, to inspector or to the company. So hope this short video will be helpful to understand that how we should answer question during the regulatory inspection. Thank you very much.